What's up, guys? Welcome back to 20,000 Films Under the Sea. I'm your host, DJ, and tonight, Ernell and I are going to be discussing how these new tariffs will affect our viewing experience here domestically. So, without further ado, I want you guys to get a bucket of popcorn, get some snacks, get a little comfy spot to sit in, and enjoy the show. What is up, everyone? Welcome in, Fish Fam. I'm your host, DJ, and I'm joined by my bestest of friends in the whole wide world. It is Ernell Pearson.
Hey, Porno dog. Hey, dog. It's
What's
Friday,
up, man?
man. We're
It's
we're here,
Friday.
brother. We're here doing the thing, and my work week is finally over, and I get to relax and do the motherfucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
I did a at work workout
Oh, yeah?
today at work. Um a leg workout. So I mentioned that I think on Monday's shipwreck. We have this staircase, like the back area of our warehouse. And
Mm-hmm.
I pretty much just did like squats to failure on like the edge of the steps. And I just kind of like I don't know like what character that would be even like comparative to, but like I kind of like I put it where my heels were off the step. So I had like the extra pressure of like
Oh.
not falling backwards. So I just so I just like put it on myself, bro. Yeah, my legs are fucking sore as shit today, man. My legs are extra sore today. Um, I'm tired. I woke up last night with a Charlie horse
Oh,
in
no.
my calf, and it
Need more
keeps
potassium,
this.
man.
Yeah, dude, I need like 8 bananas, bro, in and around my mouth right now. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
all of them.
If you have a banana, you know,
Okay, dude.
wait. DJ, how's your Friday, man?
It's going good, man. Speaking of working out, man, I've been trying to get back. I got back in the gym finally on Tuesday, and
Hell yeah, brother. Okay.
yeah, man. Like, it's been like almost a few months, like 4 months. Since I've been back in the
Hmm.
gym, it like I went to work out and I'm sore, dude. I'm so sore. I worked out Tuesday. I'm still sore. So like yeah, it's like
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
like, cause like I finally I came back. I finally just like realized like uh like how to get the right form for some things, and so I went to
Hmm.
do that. So it's still like my chest. Like I did biceps and I did triceps. So all that and shoulders. So I'm sore all up here.
That's the literal workout I did on Monday, my
Yeah,
dude. Like, like that's good, man. That's good.
yeah,
It's got because I know you were getting pretty consistent there for a little while.
yeah. And then I got sick, and then like I had like that lingering cough for like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
while, dude, and it prevented me from going to the gym because I didn't want to like get sick again. And
Hmm.
then like it just killed my like motivation to go back. But hopefully,
Right,
after I
right.
get unsore, I'll keep going back. I am gonna finally start doing legs. I kind of put off doing legs for a long time. So I mean, like
Yep,
I used
yep.
to I used to do legs a ton when I worked out previously, but like because I always have something to do the next few days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Isn't it funny how it always ends up that way? Like
Yeah,
you're
like I
kind of like,
always have
well, shit,
something to do. So like I'm like I could do legs today. I gotta do something. I gotta walk. I don't want to like have people think I'm fucking limping all
yeah,
around. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
So I was gonna do
right.
it this
Yeah,
week, but then I was like, and then plans came up. I was like, fuck, I gotta go somewhere and do shit.
sure.
Yeah, but
Do you have plans Sunday and Monday?
I think Sunday, but I think I can go Monday, and I can just like rest out that week. That's what I'm saying. Like next week, I can probably
Sure.
do start doing legs, but I was gonna do it this week. But I was like, man, I'm too sore. It hurts a lot, so I'm like,
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? That might actually be okay because like I'm even trying to like tell myself this too is that like you got to kind of ease your way into it or you're never going to like commit to it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like cuz I could go back in and sometimes I do this and I'm fucking stupid for doing it, but sometimes I'll like go back, hit the gym, and I hit the ground fucking running, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Not literally because I fucking hate aerobics, but
Yeah.
uh, uh, but I'll go and my first session
Mm-hmm.
back will be like an hour and a half long. Right. So like last time that I was like starting to consistently go back, my first session back, I worked out for like an hour and 45 minutes and fucking made myself puke.
Yeah,
And
dude, I almost got there too, bro, because I did
uh-huh.
I worked out and I was like, all right, let's do the fucking stairmaster, dude. Fuck it, let's go
hmm
stairmaster. And I was like,
hmm
let's try for 30 minutes, dude. You know, try for 30 minutes or you're a chump in my brain. You know, like, you're a dude for 30 minutes or a
Yeah.
chump. I go in, I'm like, fuck. I look at the time, it's like 10 minutes.
You got
Shit.
10 minutes. You got 10
Yeah,
minutes
10
in.
minutes.
You
The
got
10 minutes is like the worst 10 minutes of your
it.
life, and then you're like, and like I feel my, cause like you know, like how like some machines, the stairmaster machines, like you hold on to it and it tells you like your heart rate.
uh-huh.
It's like I was at 172. I was like, oh fuck.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh God, dude.
yeah.
Yeah,
I was
that'll
like
get you, man.
172. Yeah, let me slow down. Let me slow down. But
I mean, like thankfully, like I like my legs have been kind of getting some workouts. This isn't like ring a bell, but I guess like
mhm,
ring a ding ding, bitch. But like because of like me and Marilyn doing spicy content, like
mhm.
there's a lot of like positions where I like squatted down, right? Because I'll be
Yeah,
in this, right? I'll be
yeah,
doing this thing, right? Like
yeah,
this thing. This is like squatted. This is
yeah.
like squatted squat. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like this. Sometimes it'd be like
Like
this. You
that.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Sometimes it'd be like that. You know,
Mhm.
sometimes it'd be
For our
like
audio listeners, you guys won't be able to get any of this, but
sometimes it'd be like a leg behind my head, you
yeah,
know.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. But no, dude, yeah, I'm trying to get some stairmaster done just so like when I do leg day, you know, it won't be too bad. You know, I won't be too sore because you
Mm-hmm.
know, like you know, you still working your most of your legs doing like going upstairs and shit.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah,
You'll get
but
there, man. Take your time.
yeah,
It's okay. It's all
for
right. You know
sure.
what I mean?
And like I learned like I gotta train the hip flexors, dude. The fucking you know
Oh, the
yeah the
worst, dude.
I
The
mean, but if you train
worst,
them,
man.
dude, if you train them that like you're set. Like
Unstoppable, right? Like,
you're never gonna feel bad on leg day ever again if you just do hip like you stretch the
hmm
hip flex
hmm
a little bit because like that's why I learned because
people
like yeah
underestimate like how important your hips actually are.
yeah
Like, I don't know if you knew this, but fun fact
hmm
for people at home, a majority of ankle injuries happen not because your ankle wasn't strong enough, but because your hips weren't strong enough.
hmm
Because your hips actually take the impact that your knees can't handle,
yeah
and your knees take the impact that your ankles can't handle. So
yeah
if your knees aren't built for that, which they're not,
hmm
um, your hips will take that shock. So if you don't
yeah
have good, strong hips, you know what I'm saying? If you're not doing that frog stance,
yeah
you know, you're gonna suffer. You know, so you're gonna roll your ankle all over the fucking place. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? I found out that my hips aren't where they need to be when we went ice skating a couple
yeah
months ago. You know what I'm saying? Because my ankles were fucked up the next day, brother.
dude.
It was real bad, dude.
Yeah, man, like it's like all the things that you don't really think about. Like I have shit core strength. I can't do a pull up to save my life, dude. I don't know what the fuck. I can't do dips. I swear I can't do
Mm.
dips. I can't do dips either. I don't know what
Oh,
it.
you're on the right. You're on the right route. You keep doing those chests and tries, dude. You'll be dipping in no
Yeah,
time, brother.
yeah. But
It's
also,
the planks. You got to start
yeah,
planking,
plank,
man.
dude. Yeah, I need to do planks. I gotta do planks again. I used to when I was working out pretty heavily, like the planks. I was getting those in. I need to do those like cable crunches, like you know where you set the cable up and you like fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like
Oh yeah, do
you,
like the
yeah,
crunches with the cable. Yeah,
yeah. I
yeah,
need
yeah,
to do
man. I
those, dude.
feel
I
you. I
gotta,
feel you.
yeah.
Do
That
that.
and the
Another good one's like if you sit on your like on the ground on your butt, but you like lean back and like keep your legs up
mm-hmm,
while you're leaning back and you hold like a medicine ball.
yeah,
That's a really good one too. Or in the same stance, you can also like kick your feet like you're swimming. You
oh yeah,
know what I'm saying? That's a really good one for the core.
or like
Yeah, man.
those that that thing where you do the leg raises, like you those elevated, like you're just like something like that, and you do leg
Yeah, like
raises.
gold member, you just lift up both legs,
No,
right? Like,
no, like you're on the your arms are here, like
uh-huh.
it has that, you get to
Oh
rest
yeah,
up.
and you're hang.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
kind of you're hanging off, and then
yeah, and
like
then
you
you're
lift
doing
up your
leg
legs.
raises.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, those are
those
mean, brother. Yeah, man. I mean, you gotta strengthen that core, man. We don't do hemorrhoids, right? I mean, hernia.
hemorrhoids. We don't do at Good Kraken. We do not do hemorrhoids. So if you're listening, you got
Good
hemorrhoids,
cracking.
get
No
out.
hemorrhoids.
Get
Go the
out.
fuck out of here. You
Uh,
know. You and your pink sock. Get the fuck out of
yeah.
here. Oh
But
man. All right. Well,
we don't do
send us on the
hemorrhoids
way.
because this is 20,000 Films Under the Sea, where your choice for all the nerdy pop media news, reviews, and discussions you want each and every week. If you want to keep the lights on and cameras rolling, you can head on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/goodkrakenpods, where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive content, and have early access to episodes before they go live on a podcast and video service wherever you like to watch or listen.
Mm.
But if you've emptied your pockets for the latest and greatest in entertainment, that's cool with us. You can join the GK community on our Discord channel by clicking the link down in our description section below, hitting follow, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Then subscribing to our podcast channel by searching 20,000 Films Under the Sea and leaving a review there. Brother.
Thought I gave
Ernell.
us something. You know, what's that, dog? What's up?
We have some captain's orders.
Okay.
Yeah, so check out our other podcast episodes. We just, those guys over there at the other podcast, the Classless podcast, Death Ratio, 60th episode. They talked about Xbox raising their prices. Raising their prices. So
very similar subject to what we'll be talking about tonight, but we'll
sure.
get there.
Yeah. Also, we have the Shipwreck show from earlier this week.
That's
the
right.
making of the Good Kraken movie by Xander. Xander tasked us to cast and facilitate the plot of
storyboard, if you will.
Storyboard our new movie that will be coming soon, 2045. And also, 20,000 Films. Last week, we did a Thunderbolts review. If you haven't watched that yet, go do that. And for our Patreon exclusive members, did a spoiler cast on that.
That's right. So, you guys get some exclusive content. Ooh,
yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Also, Summer Games Fest is on the way.
Oh my god, I'm so fucking excited, dude. I'm so excited. That's gonna
When's
be so
the date
much fun,
again?
man. June 6th, Friday.
June
6th, baby. Let's go.
2
p.m. Pacific time,
2
baby.
p.m. Pacific time. June.
Oh, it's going to be so much fun, dude.
There you go.
It's going to be so much fun.
There you go. And go to goodkraken.com. Just go there. Visit. Check it. Yeah. Check it out.
I mean, you don't know what's there yet, but you will. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You will.
Or no, what do we have next for the people at home?
My good sir, I thought you would never ask. You know what I'm saying? Insert long speech from that really cool guy from Andor, and put that in here because this is the monologue.
The monologue.
That's right, baby.
What we talk about. Hit movies and shows that are releasing is kind of a dead week. Dead week and a half.
A little quiet. It's a little quiet.
A little quiet, But we had a lot of releases today as of May 9th. Juliet and Romeo hit theaters today.
So I finally saw a trailer for this. What was it? Probably 2 nights ago. On Hulu, I want to say it popped up on. We were watching one of our Below Deck shows, and this trailer popped up, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Right? And I watched it, and I was like, "Okay, let's give it a shake. Let's give it a little bit of a shake here."
Okay.
This movie looks like a Disney original film.
Yeah.
This movie does not look good. It does not look good. It's like it looks like a musical in the worst ways. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Where the guy's like, "Take my hand," and it's raining, and
Yeah.
she like takes his hand, and then he like goes into a song, right?
Yeah.
I love you like the stars, and like spins her around. You know what I'm saying? And then it starts raining even harder, and the next thing you know, they're both like drenched in water, right?
Ugh.
Her nipples are like would be showing, but it's Disney, so they're not actually showing, right?
Yeah.
It's not actually a Disney movie, but you get my point, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't see that. Don't see that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I might be wrong about that. I might be a little bit brazen on that,
You
but
might,
that's
might
fine.
be
Let me know if
wrong,
I'm
but
wrong.
we might be right. That's why you listen to us. We might be correct.
Exactly.
Might be
Exactly.
correct.
Exactly. So
We also have Friendship, which we were supposed to review today, but we found out it was a limited release, and there's no showings here in my city. So,
Yep.
was there any in yours?
2.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is if this movie is just doing like super limited releases, but like
It said it was a limited
Yeah,
release.
I
It
don't
said
know,
that
dude.
it will release like fully May 23rd, which is like
which is
way away from
crazy
now.
to me because like the trailers are announcing it for the 9th.
Yeah, but when you
Literally
look it
just saw a
up, they're like,
trailer the other
oh,
night, and it's fucking weird. I don't know why the fuck they would do it that way, but yeah. Well, I mean, who understands the inner workings of Hollywood anymore? You know, they do whatever the fuck they want out there.
mhm. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
We also have Shadow Force. I saw a preview for this going to watch Until Dawn, and
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Like, this is like the action movie that that shows up in like a parody movie. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Shadow Force. It's the Shadow Force.
The Shadow Force.
I mean, it has pretty good production value, but like if you watch the trailer, like go look at the trailer right now, like go look at it, and it has the air of, I don't know, like this could be like satire. This could be like like when you used to watch Key and Peele, sometimes like they'll like go into a bit and it's like all fucking like high production.
It's Key and Peele vibes, dude.
I mean,
That's
it's
rough,
not
man.
Key and Peele vibe, but like I'm saying, like it just feels like it's not supposed to be like a real thing.
Okay. Here, I'll put the trailer on my side here. Shadow Force. Oh, it's that. Yeah. Okay. It's the one with the Afrikaans man and his like wife, and they're like,
and I'm like,
some kind of like retired like rogue agents or some shit like that,
for
right?
Shadow Force.
Yeah. That no, you dude, you are so spot on. This looks like a movie you would find on Zeus.
Like it's like some, but like it's weird. It looks low quality but high quality at the same time. If you get my drift, you know what I mean.
Expensive cameras,
expensive cameras, expensive like effects, but it's like lit and color graded in a way that looks like a reality TV show. You know what I'm talking about? Like that. It's lit and color graded like a reality TV show. That's what I mean. It just looks real and fake at the same time.
God damn, dude. God damn.
All
right. Well, we won't be seeing that anytime soon.
And speaking of real fake movies or real movies, Clown in a Cornfield comes to theaters today.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
I have no idea what this is. I just saw it and I was like, I think that's funny to put on.
It is technically a Shudder movie. And I think that's all that really needs to be said.
I saw it on the doc and I was like, "Oh, okay." I haven't heard about this Clown in a Cornfield, but
yeah, man. I mean, like,
would you watch? Would you be more convinced of Clown in a Cornfield or Shadow Force? That's the real question. Would you?
Oh, Shadow Force, easily, dude. So like, I hate clowns, but not in the like, oh, they creep me out kind of way. I just legit fucking hate clowns. Like they
have
piss
disdain
me
for
off.
clowns.
I have spite for clowns, brother. Like
Uh,
I think clowns are dumb. I don't understand like the love that they get. It's so dude, because I have so many spicy content creator friends,
mhm.
and
They do clown makeup.
of them, there are a good handful, a good armful, if you will, that do like clown content.
And it just
And
drives you up the wall. It like grinds your
and it
fucking
drives me fucking insane because I'm just
dude. That's
like
crazy.
I
I feel
because
like
I've never seen a clown and been like, it's the one thing I've looked at and been like, I wouldn't fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
really
yeah,
that
dude. Like,
that's the craziest thing because I
like
thought you would be one of those guys that be into hey,
nah,
that clown's kind of hot.
it ain't me,
That
man. That ain't me,
really
dude. Like,
wow.
like
That's so you so if any of our listeners that enjoy sexy clowns, you are the only people that can out freak Ernell right now.
no, that's it, dude. Like that's all it is, man. I
Wow.
mean, it's just I mean, I think I've seen one that I was like, oh yeah, okay, they look good, right? And that's it, dude.
Like there's
I
like a
have
specific thing.
visceral.
Like I would fuck a clown, like low key I would, but I like it's not something like I'm desiring, yearning for, that you know what I mean.
Yeah,
But
right.
like
But I have
you in
it's
your
I'm
case, you
anti,
hate
right?
you are anti clown.
Yeah,
You
dude.
have a poster of
I don't
it
know,
right
man.
behind you, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, like good movie, but like, I mean, he's even in that movie, he's like hardly a clown, right? Like the
He's
original,
barely,
I would have
yeah.
been, I would like, you know what I mean? But like, they kind of they change it up just enough where I'm like, ooh, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
like
like
that makes
okay,
sense, right?
maybe he's
That
like
makes sense. But
but
the more like actually clown looking they look, the more I'm
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like,
Okay,
oh,
so it's you
god
think
damn it, man!
it's a
Like
spectrum. It's a spectrum of it's like it's a
there
wavelength.
is a clown spectrum, right? Because there's
Okay.
Juggalo, and
Okay.
then there's like like Tim Curry in the original It movie, right?
Mhm.
And that's sort of like this just past the middle area, and then we
So
have this guy
so
in
you're
Clown in a
saying
Cornfield.
yeah, so you're for you there's a threshold of clowniness that
Yes,
you
yes,
like 80% of it you're like fuck this. Like this shit's
mm-hmm,
corny. I
mm-hmm,
fucking hate clowns. But then there's 20%
mm-hmm.
like
Yeah,
yeah, you know what? Cool. You know what? Cool.
yeah,
Cool, you know what? Go
yeah,
ahead.
man.
Does that
It
apply
just there's
to the sexy clowns too? Is there like a sexy clown spectrum for you or
yeah, for sure. For sure.
yeah,
Well,
so
and I think it connotates to how much of the clown makeup is present, right?
like traditional
Like
like clown make like so you're saying if there's not traditional clown make it's just like oh they just beat their face with white
yeah,
the
like if they
thing
have like the Pennywise like stripes down
yeah or
and
something
then
like
like
that
some red lipstick or whatever, cool, fine, whatever. Like maybe got like a frilly little like clown skirt or some shit,
yeah
cool. Like
but
I
like
guess that could be like a
as
little
soon as you
hot, but
move
like
more into red
when you got like
nose
the honky
yeah
nose, right? That's too
honky
much. It's
nose
too much,
the
dude. I
pinstripe
can't
the
do
like
that.
colorful
The
pinstripes
shoes, the big
yeah the
shoes, you know
big
what I'm saying?
shoes
Nah, dude.
okay
No,
so yeah
no.
okay so
That ain't
there's
me,
a
bro. That
threshold
ain't me,
okay
man.
okay
Yeah,
okay
dude. I don't know. I don't know,
that's
man.
fair
It's tough, dude.
That's fair. That's fair. I feel like I'd sit with you on that. I'd sit with you on that. Um,
It's too much, man. It's too
but
much.
yeah, nothing else happening throughout the week until our next episode, which would be May 16th, Friday. Um, Final Destination Bloodlines comes to theaters, and we will not be doing that.
Mm.
Will not be doing that.
You will not be. I
I
think.
will,
I think. I don't know. I think I
did
might be
we?
alone on that one because like not even Devin really likes Final Destination movies.
What
So
didn't we decide we're doing something else that day?
I think
What
I
was it? Andor
think
season 2 finale?
that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yes, it
So
is.
we're doing Andor. Okay. Yeah, I was
Yes.
about to say,
Yep.
I was like,
Yep.
no way we didn't plan anything. There's no way.
That's right. That's right. Good on you, man. Because I definitely wouldn't be like, oh fuck, I guess I'm gonna go see this movie.
Yeah,
But
no, fuck
no.
no,
We
fuck
got
no,
Andor. We
dude,
got
no.
Andor. Uh,
Mm,
that's okay. I mean, like I'm cool with that. Andor was really good. Andor was really good.
yeah.
The last 3 episodes I think come out on Tuesday, and then we're just gonna be crushing it for the last like few. I haven't been able to watch at my work during my like lunches and stuff lately because our internet's been acting fucky. So I'm a couple episodes behind still, but I'll get there. I'll get there. We'll figure it out.
For sure, for sure. Um, Also, we have Hurry Up Tomorrow coming to theaters May 16th.
What's that? You know about that one?
A little bit. I read up on it, but I think I just forgot it just now.
Fair enough.
Hurry Up
Fair enough.
Tomorrow movie. Let's look at it. Oh, it features the Weeknd.
Oh, it's that one with
that
the
movie.
Weeknd and Jenna Ortega.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And the Weeknd is kind of a creep in it. Yeah. That checks out. That checks out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that movie looked good. That looked good. That looked interesting. I'd be into that.
Yeah. I think he's playing a character that is named after himself.
Yes. What? So something fell behind me. I don't
Oh.
know.
Dude, that happened to me. Dude, a hat fell like on my hat wall, and I was like, "Fuck, we got ghosts."
Yeah, I know, right? We're done for. The clowns heard me talking shit.
yeah. We're
gonna get you,
after you, man. Yeah, they're all pulling up in one car.
Yeah, they are.
Ernell, what do we have next for the people, dude?
Oh man, DJ, we are actually moving into our headlining segment because next is the final cut.
The final cut.
The final cut. Yeah, man.
Yep, it's our headlining segment, but instead of doing reviews, we have a priority topic. Okay, priority topic. And it is based off some recent news. We're good crack. We're not shy when things get political. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
If you don't like politics, I'm sorry. Go listen to another podcast.
Sorry, guys.
But
sorry, guys, yeah.
I mean, this affects all of us here. Like, this isn't something we bring up just because whatever,
right.
We're feeling the type of way.
Right.
Trump issued an order that tariffs. There should be a tariff on films made outside the U.S. So,
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, I don't. That's pretty big news. I would be so real, dude.
Yeah, man.
Huge.
Fucking A, dude. Yeah. I mean, I guess let's get into it. How fucking disappointing is it that we live in this world where we actually have to even be having this conversation right now? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things of just like, I already had a hard time believing that a majority of the shit going on was actually going on, right? Like, we're kind of in this very, very weird fucking Twilight Zone ass like time in American history where things are so how do we say it? Fucked up.
Yeah.
That we are at a point where we have politicians that are so just insanely concerned about making money off of countries we have relationships with, nay, long-standing relationships with, and trying to pinch a penny out of them. Mm-hmm. For no good reason. And, we recently have this issue and like, Jesus Christ, like maybe this is going to be kind of our historical sounding board. Maybe in 5 years, when we go back and, re-listen to this episode, DJ, we'll be like, what the fuck was going on then? Dude, that's crazy, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, we've seen stuff going on with the tariffs where, President Donald Trump is tariffing a bunch of different countries that we do trade deals with, then decided to pause those tariffs on those individual countries and thus actually only increasing the tariffs for China specifically at a exponential percentage of 121%. And now he is going after countries that allow us to film our movies in them and basically saying, hey, look, if you want us to continue filming movies in your country, you have to pay us extra money. Now, I don't know if you or the people at home have ever noticed that the end credits of probably a majority of movies, there's two logos that you see very frequently. And it's the big peach that says Georgia, right? And then there's the other one that says typically either Australia or New Zealand, right? And it's because we have taxation relationships with those two countries to allow us to film movies in their countries at very good rates. Because we film movies there, it brings economic growth for them. And they allow us to film movies in their vast, wonderful open spaces of their countries, in which we get really cool background scenes and stuff. And now we are in a position which our president is pretty much saying, the CGI in Marvel movies for their backgrounds, that's good enough.
Yeah.
And and now,
yeah.
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. I was just interjecting.
Well, okay. So because now we're pretty much dooming ourselves to, for however long, having to now have that weird. I mean, like, it's cool, but like that Star Wars Mandalorian background machine that they use. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the
that
big
fucking like panoramic,
semicircle.
Yeah,
the
blue screen,
Unreal
that
Engine
like
screen.
NVIDIA like monitor blue screen, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, dude, and fucking who knows how many movies we're gonna have to see with that in them, because let's be real, Hollywood doesn't really like to film a lot of movies in the States. And they do
nowhere near
some,
Hollywood either. Like nowhere
near Hollywood. Like
they filmed in Louisiana
like a
ton. Louisiana, like, we have a bunch of studios here because there's lower taxes here in the state of Louisiana to film shit. So a lot of movies are filmed here.
And so now we're gonna have a bunch of movies with these terrible fucking backdrops. Not that they're like terrible, but like in the consistency of how we see people interact with CGI currently these days. They're just, all of them are just constantly being like, oh, the CG's dog shit, right? And well, you know, if you thought they were going to be, vocal minority before, they're certainly not going to quiet down once they find out how many of our movies are, going to have to lean on CGI to fill some of those spaces and to fill some of the backdrops and environments and things like that. Like, you know how like there's people that say like, oh God, here we go, another like Marvel open battlefield in a desert with no textures in the background, no foliage or anything. That's going to be so many of our movies.
Yeah.
If he moves forward with this, dude. And this is just touching on like the surface level audience perspective of what could happen in films, right? This isn't even talking about how much this could potentially crush Hollywood. Because again, just like how this whole tariff ordeal is going on, people are trying to explain, hey, who pays for tariffs, right? The people that order the products to come here pay for the tariffs, right? Yeah. Now, those companies aren't going to pay that expenditure on those tariffs. They're going to pass it on to the consumers. So we get shafted to have to pay X amount of extra dollars to get the things that we normally eat, buy, purchase, in order for us to live a normal life. We've already seen the way that this has affected the games industry because of hardware, because of development, because of how many things that we like, for whatever reason, Republicans like just forget conveniently that we factor out of China, and have done in China, right? And Hollywood functions the exact same way, brother. It functions the exact same way, dude. You think no movies ever get filmed in like other countries? Like so many of our movies get filmed in other countries. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, Disney just opened a new studio in London last year.
Mm-hmm.
So Star Wars, Marvel, Disney movies, generally speaking, Fox content, all of it is potentially going to either A, be way more fucking expensive. And if it is, that means theater tickets are going to be more expensive. And if theater tickets are going to be more expensive, nobody's going to go fucking theaters anymore, which means the theaters are going to fucking die. The chaos chain reaction of this
And your
that could
streaming
potentially
subscription
happen.
service is gonna go up.
They're gonna fucking skyrocket, dude. And this is bad. This is real bad, dude. And not enough people are talking about it.
Yeah. Like when you told me that, like saw that, but then like I didn't see too much else after, and I was like, wait, like 100% tariff on foreign made films.
Mm-hmm.
And foreign, like I didn't know, like I looked at the article and it's like I don't know what it means by foreign made. Like I don't know if like, because technically Mickey 17 is a domestic film, but it has Bong Joon-ho as the director, who is
Right.
he's Korean. He doesn't have citizenship in the US, I don't think.
Right.
So what does that make that film? And Warfare.
Right.
We talk about Warfare. They filmed in somewhere, like I think in I don't know where exactly.
I think it was in Australia. Let me see.
Yeah.
Where was Warfare film? Let's make sure we're coming in correct
Like
here.
somewhere in Jordan or something.
England.
Or in England.
Yeah.
There's one film I'm forgetting that also filmed in like Jordan or somewhere. You know what I mean? Like that is not, the US. So I'm wondering how, if this is implemented, which it probably will, how this will affect not only what, like how movies are made, because like you said, it's all gonna be, if Trump's plan is to let's make everything American made. How is that going to affect, will we be able to even see foreign movies? Like Parasite was a hit.
Yeah, it was. God damn, what a movie.
We probably won't even see that. Like
Damn.
if that movie wasn't, if these tariffs were on back then, we wouldn't see that movie. No one would know about that movie.
Yep.
Besides like people outside the US. What about, like you said, movies made in the UK or London? Peaky Blinders, for fuck's sakes, dude. Fucking we wouldn't even get Peaky Blinders on fucking streaming services or whatnot, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
What's
just
it? Slumdog Millionaire.
Right. There's tons of just hit movies we've gotten in just the past decade that were filmed outside of the United States. And you know what? Like that's actually a fair point too, DJ, because like we've sort of championed foreign movies here for the past couple of years. And
because it's not Hollywood. We love movies that aren't Hollywood.
Yeah. Like there's a lot of like fucking Monkey Man, brother. You think that was filmed here? No fucking way, dude. That's a fair point to bring up, because I think that after we kind of came off of Parasite and Bong Joon-ho being known for being like, that famous quote that he gave when they accepted the awards, where he said, if you would just get past the fact that there's subtitles, you would maybe open yourself up to understanding that there's good movies out there. Yeah. If you would just allow yourself to get past the fact that it's a foreign film. I'm obviously, like abbreviating here. That's not exactly what he said, but that was the point that he was trying to make. And we saw a plethora of great indie foreign films come out in the years after Parasite released and the years after Parasite won that award. And I really do feel that Bong Joon-ho like played a part in that. Yeah. And we came so far just in the past couple of years since then of really great foreign movies coming out, like Talk to Me, like Monkey Man. I mean, that's a pretty big fucking
Yeah.
list.
Was
And
was
now
Les
we're
Miserables, is that a foreign film?
which one?
Les Miserables?
Oh, Les Mis, Les
Yeah.
Mis.
Yeah.
Um,
Is that foreign film? Because
I'm,
was it all
I
in French?
I yes, because the original play was in French.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if they filmed it in
Because
France though. Let me see.
if it is, then like I would say that one too, like that, or but that was like before.
Uh,
You know what I mean?
let me see. Let me see. Period piece film. Cinematography. Yeah, part of it was filmed in the UK.
Hey,
So
you know what I mean? And
yeah, okay. So filming took place on locations in Greenwich, London, Catham, Winchester, Bath, and Portsmouth, England, and in Gordon, France, and on sound stages at Pinewood Studios in the
yeah.
States.
Um,
In
last
Britain, actually, not the
the
States.
the Last of Us as well, filmed in Canada.
There you go. And so like it really starts to like feel when you really look at this from like a top-down perspective, it starts to feel almost the exact same way that the tariff started to feel. In which is this actually a problem you're having with other countries, or is this actually a problem you're having with very specific countries,
Yeah,
right?
it yeah, and it's like and it's weird because and it's also crazy because it's you know we're U.S. is trying to move away from its reliance on China, which
Mhm.
we owe money to. um, you know,
You know what I
but like
mean?
like the Fast and Furious movies, the Marvel movies, like they're big hits over there. Like that's
hmm
where the studios
hmm
get most of their money. That's why they have our films show up out there. Um, and you know, everyone who's pro tariffs and everyone I've talked to that's pro tariff or I've seen that's pro tariff, they really believe in the fact that this all these things are good. If they have to take the even if they're taking the hit now, they're like, "Oh yes, everything's going to be American made, American factories. We're going to go back to America being self-sufficient and self-reliant." But, you know, how long is that going to take? You know what I
hmm
mean?
hmm
Genuinely, you
And
can't turn it over in 4 years when this man is in office. And in those 4 years, you're gonna eat so much of your own money. It's gonna eat so much of your hard-earned money. Um, and because these tariffs affect the companies that are buying and importing and they're not gonna front the fucking price. They're gonna
mm,
they tell you, hey man, you gotta pay just a little bit more, you know, and
mm,
it's gonna suck.
yep.
And then also those companies they have to funnel more cash into the US to build stuff and maybe give a point, like maybe eventually we get there, but it's gonna take too long. We're gonna take a huge hit. It's gonna be a huge hit. But I'm also wondering, like, how does this affect your job as working on a film? Not only like if you're like we could sit here and talk like we're producers, like producing a film, like okay, like logistically we can't film outside the country anymore. Okay, now let's talk about actors. Why like does that affect us, like getting actors to get involved? You know what I'm saying? Like some people
Mm.
don't want to make the trip. Do we have to pay more for them to make the trip here? Like, because a lot of you guys' favorite actors are not from America. You know,
Ain't that right? Yep.
you know, some of your favorite directors are also not from the U.S. Um, and it is and then like people who work on like costumes, designing, everyone involved in making a movie, like if you have to get everything American made, everything in the US is going to cost a little bit more. So I don't know.
Well, and I think it's also important too to understand that like this is, even though we're talking about this specific level of this subject, this is just sort of one
Hmm.
cog in the machine of everything that's going on currently. And I think it goes without saying that, but like this isn't just sort of a like isolated incident, right?
Yeah.
Which really truly begs the question of two things. One, when is this going to end? Like you said, how long are we going to have to fucking deal with this? Right? This like weird personal vendetta that, Christian nationalist America, a la
Hmm.
Republicans, seem to have against every other country in the fucking world that we have a relationship with right now. And then two, how many people are going to have to suffer in on the way there, right? Because it's
Yeah.
like not only could people potentially lose jobs because of this during a time in which everything is increasing in price. And here's the funny part, right?
Hmm.
All of the people that are pro tariff and pro all this stuff
Yeah.
are like acknowledging the fact that we were right in the beginning.
Hmm.
When we said no, these tariffs are a bad fucking idea. We're all gonna have to pay for it. They were like, no, no, dude, China's gonna have to pay for it. It's fine. And now they're kind of like, no, yeah, like we are gonna have to pay for it.
Yeah, but
But
it's gonna
it
help
won't
us. It's
it won't
gonna,
be that long.
yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna be worth it.
like
It's
we're
gonna be
pushing
worth it at the end of
goalposts
the
back,
day.
man. Like what's going on? Like what?
Yeah, like and like that's the bigger point of this is how many times are they gonna move the fucking goalposts and sacrifice everybody along the way just to like satiate this fucking super weird thing that's happening right now, because that's what this is. It's super fucking weird, dude. It's corny, it is odd, it's uncomfortable, it is just pure ridiculous cliche American bullshit, dude, is all what all this is. And it is not just embarrassing as someone who lives in the fucking states, but it's also doubly embarrassing because there's people that are actually with this shit. And it is crazy to me that we are even coming to the subject of him wanting to tariff other countries for movies being filmed in their countries.
Like what?
And
How does I don't know like what how I want the spreadsheet that they took of what like when Trump and his cabinet and the fucking Doge cap whatever the fuck they are.
yeah, fuck those
They
guys,
look
yeah.
over the budget. They're like, all right, let's look at the statistics. Let's look at our gross GDP. Our GDP, right? Um, let's see how much money is going out. You know what I'm saying? And they
Mm,
and what can we get back to the U.S. You know what I'm saying? How much do we outsource? And first they choose just like, all right, man, we did no goods from China. All right, cool. No goods from Canada. All right, all right, whoa. You know,
right,
and then
right.
no more chips and electronics from Taiwan. Like, okay, all right. And then they're like, movies. That's where you lost me.
they're just they're
I'm
just
like,
checking this bullshit off,
yeah. I'm like,
right? Like,
where in that listing are movies that important to the American economy that we just can't have any foreign film? Are foreign films just too successful in the states that we like? I don't understand. Like, what's the logic here? What are the
doesn't it
numbers?
feel? It
Yeah,
feels like
that
so out of left field, right?
right. Like, okay, like I just said, China. Okay, cool. We don't like China. That's like, all right. You know what I mean? Or as like the U.S. doesn't like China. I'm not saying I don't like China.
Right,
Um.
right, yeah, for sure,
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
we we don't want to owe money to China anymore. We don't want things made in China anymore. Okay, that makes sense for that administration. Two,
Yeah, yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right, for
yeah,
coming from them.
Canada. I'm like, okay, you don't like, they're our best buds, but that we want American made stuff, right? All right, cool,
Yeah,
whatever. Three, no more electronics from Taiwan. I was like, yeah, I guess. I guess, you know what? We can make our own chips. Apple's got their own factories, I guess. We got Apple. And Intel and Nvidia. Um, you know, and then it's like, all right, movies. I'm like, okay, brother, what's going on? Like, what are we talking about?
What the fuck are y'all doing, dude?
Specifically foreign made movies, which is pretty vague. Like we pointed out earlier. Like, is he saying like what makes it a foreign made film? Because we have a lot of films that are made here that are filmed in other countries. For different like set pieces, or like, you know, they want a location that matches like something they want in the script. Or are you just talking about like just foreign made films, like if they're just strictly made in other countries, or if the one who's producing it is from a different country, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the studio that's making this film is outside the US. You know what I mean? Like what constitutes a foreign made film? Because if this is a tariff, for all you guys that are, you know, all you gooners, all your Japanese films, they're not your Japanese adult videos, they're not making it to the US. Go find yourself a VPN if you want it. Like, that's it.
Yeah, dude.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, what? Like, this change, this order cascades across multiple different mediums, not only movies. Like, do we stop at movies? What about TV shows? The Last of Us, a hit TV show that's supposed to be based in the US, but is filmed in most part in Canada because it has a lot of, you know, forest area, and they could probably do it for the cheap. They even built a whole town out there in fucking, I don't know, Alberta or some shit, dude. Just fucking built that shit out of nowhere. So is that affected? Is, you know, like, what else? Like any Marvel movies, like if Shang-Chi is a Marvel movie made for U.S. audience, but it was filmed in China.
Yeah.
or it was filmed not in China, but like it was filmed somewhere else other than the U.S. Like,
and I see exactly where you're coming from too, because the biggest problem about all of this is how, I'm gonna get real fucking political with y'all here. Like, and just give you all a heads up. If you ain't exited yet, you're going to, if you don't fucking see eye to eye with us here. The way that this cabinet and this party gets away with lying all the time about shit with impunity, just unabashedly, just lying straight through their fucking teeth about quote unquote facts and data and information and things that are relative to those, right? Because it's like we saw the whole Doge thing happen, right? And I remember people being like, oh, Doge is cutting all these programs and they're finding all these things that America was paying for that didn't make sense. And I go, okay, well, give me an example, right? Like what are one of these things that they found that they felt that the United States is paying for that we shouldn't have been paying for, right?
mm-hmm.
And they go, well, they were doing sex changes on mice. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, right? And so I look into it, as any person with a fucking brain should be doing, is stopping and saying, okay, that's weird. Let me look into it, right? And after doing some reading on multiple different journals, different websites, official journals and websites from medical fields, and finding out that they're not doing sex changes on mice. They were doing genetic testing on mice to help find the cure for cancer. And they found in the process of doing this that if they change the DNA of the mouse a la the biology of the mouse, that they could potentially unlock the cure for cancer.
Yeah.
That's all it was. And what happened is Elon fuckface went on to Twitter, X, whatever the fuck you want to call it, I guess, and said, "Wow, we're really paying $3 million for sex changes on rats out of Africa." And everyone's like, "What?" Right? Like all these people just jerking his fucking, just pure foaming at the fucking mouth at an opportunity to just suck his fucking cock dry, right? They're like, "No fucking way, that's crazy. Why would we do that?" In a climate in which like trans people are like super demonized and disenfranchised right now, of course that's all he had to say for them to be like, "Oh, that's woke, we're doing woke science," right? And that is just one example of the way that they like utilize not telling the whole truth to trick fundamentally uneducated people into just believing something they say in order for them to just do whatever the fuck they want. Because that's what happens. They say something like, "Hey, we're going to start tariffing other countries." And we go, "Why? Why are you doing that?" Right? And they have some crazy shit come up that says, "Oh, well, Disney's been hiring 13-year-old Asian kids to set up their movie sets." And people are like, all those fucking Christian women are like, "Oh, I fucking knew Disney was the devil," right? And they start like saying all this other weird Christian nationalist bullshit. Like, "Oh, I knew my kids shouldn't be watching that Little Mermaid movie with the black girl," right? And they start saying all sorts of crazy fucking shit. And that's all it takes, dude. And then the rest of them tell their friends and tell their family, and then they start repeating this ridiculous, overzealous bullshit that they just said one time in a press conference, and come to find out it was one kid who was 18 that was working on the set or some shit like that. You know what I mean? This is all hypothetical. Like, this isn't actually thing that happened, because I don't actually know what the reason is for him doing this, because this came out so out of fucking left field, out of nowhere the other day, with him just all caps tweeting, "Fuck Hollywood," right? like I don't actually know the reason. I would not be surprised if that was one of the reasons they gave. If they just made up some bullshit to move the goalposts yet again in order to get their people to, because what I can see, DJ, because Republicans have been shitting on Disney for fucking years now because they think Disney's super fucking woke and like is just recasting all sorts of different white people and turning them into black people for the sake of DEI, right? They've been saying this shit for fucking years. I've been hearing it, man. I've been reading it. I've been seeing the way they interact with Disney content. There's Republican Christians that purposely say my family doesn't consume Disney content. I would put money that this is about Disney.
I mean, because Disney has Marvel, and Marvel has a big chunk in China as well. So Disney has a big chunk in China. So what? Like Moana was like a huge hit, like internationally. No, like there was one film that was just a huge hit, like internationally, that Disney made. I think. I can't remember which one, but our movies always hit out there. So I just don't know. Just don't know, man.
It is just so, oh man, it's just so disappointing, dude. Because like if this comes up, right? Because like Walt Disney, let me see here. Walt Disney Company, UK and Ireland, right? Like Disney has a lot of different headquarters and like buildings and like off branches in tons of different countries, which is what allows them to film in so many different places. And now that Disney's sort of like consuming a bunch of different platforms like Fox, and probably even more coming within the next like 5-10 years, I could totally see it, man. Like, and it's a bummer because, like, who the fuck knows if that's actually it? One,
Yeah.
two, how deep that's gonna hit, right? Because let's say I'm wrong. Let's say I'm totally fucking wrong, right? And this is actually a crusade against Hollywood as a whole,
Yeah.
against the movie industry as a whole. Holy fuck, we're done for. Dude, like, we're so fucking done
Yeah,
for,
dude. I
dude.
don't know what it is, man. Like, it's just like, like, it's just out of left field, dude. What are you supposed to do? Like,
Nothing. I mean,
what?
there's not, I don't know.
Because, like, that's what I'm saying, man. I wish. I mean, we're probably never gonna get this, but like, where's we want some transparency. You know, let's speak about truth, dude. You know, these people who voted for this guy. They want truth. You know, truth always prevails, right? And they believe what he speaks is truth, and they believe in what they believe is truth. Um, but truth needs to come with transparency. Where are we getting these numbers from? Why are we making these decisions as a government? I feel like if you voted for that guy, you have a right to know, what the person you vote for is going to do. How is he going to stimulate the economy? How is he going to do this and that? Um, like why target the movie industry specifically? Because like everything else that he's got tariffs for has a reason. Has a reason. It's like, okay, sure, we want things American made. That's usually the reason, right?
Mhm.
For films, I swear, like, I'll be generous and say like maybe half the films we get to see on the every day that get released in the U.S. are filmed in the U.S. You know, half. No, maybe like 70%. But 30%, like, mostly you just see, like, man, they're filmed in other places, filmed in Canada, filmed in Mexico, Central America, South America, some filmed in Africa, Middle East, Europe, all those places. Like, why is that such a hot button issue that we need to put 100% tariffs immediately? Like, where is that figure coming from? Why 100%? And why foreign films specifically? What about foreign films is the cause of this? Right? Like
Yeah.
like it's not like China's making films and sending us propaganda about the CCP. You know what I mean? Like what foreign film have we had that would, because we rarely get foreign, like that's what I'm saying. Like the definition is too vague. Like, okay, if we're talking about foreign films, let's just say Parasite. Parasite's the most notable foreign film that we've had.
Yeah.
Sisu.
Right.
In Sisu, more recently, Sisu.
Sisu. Yeah. Yeah.
What what about those films would constitute a reaction like this?
Right. Well, and here's the thing too, and I want to make sure that we point this out because I'm sure there's
Yeah.
someone out there is probably just screaming at us right now.
Yeah.
We forgot to mention here that in the same day that Trump had put out this tweet, right?
Yeah.
This "Make Hollywood Great Again" thing. He in the same day kind of like walked it back momentarily
Yeah.
and had Kush Desai, the White House spokesperson, come out and do a statement to the media saying, although there's like no like real final decisions on like foreign films getting tariffs, we are exploring options, right? Like we are looking into ways to deliver on, Trump's directive to like help our country against like foreigners or some shit like that, right? And that doesn't like, even then that doesn't like completely walk back what he said. And that is the concern, right? Because to me, what this speaks of is what the whole plan about the tariffs is, generally speaking, is wanting to force other countries to be backed into a corner in which they feel that they have to come to the US, the President Trump, to make a deal that says, hey, let's meet in the middle with this tariff shit, right? That's the entire point. That's the entire argument that they have there. In this case, it could very well be the exact same argument of like, look, like America is, paying a certain amount of money to these other countries in order for us to film movies there. We pay, some of these other countries in order for us to show their movies here. And we have the bigger audience, right? Like we have more people that consume movies in our country than any other country in the world. And so, yeah, these other countries like definitely do pay more money in order for their movies to be put onto our screens. And I can see where they're like, where's our slice of the pie? Right? Because they are constantly making that fucking argument all the time. I think what people fail to understand is that in the movie industry, in Hollywood's industry, and in the filmmaking industry, we get tax incentives for filming in other countries. Like that's the reason we do it, right? And it's the same argument that we've been making to people about the tariff things as a whole, of like they're trying to say like, oh, like this is going to force big US corporate companies to bring manufacturing back to the US, right? Well, what you're forgetting is, why did they go to other countries in the first place? Because it's cheaper, right? Because paying someone to manufacture your products in Singapore for $3.17 is light years cheaper than having to pay this guy in Michigan $15 to do the exact same work at the exact same rate, when we can just go do it in Taiwan or Singapore or Vietnam or the Philippines, right?
Yeah.
And that's the entire reason that they did that. In the first, you really think they're going to move that shit here and sacrifice their low labor costs to come and bring it here?
Yeah.
You really think they're going to do that? And it's the same thing in this situation. You really think they're going to do that? You really think they're going to come and meet you at the table because you're tariffing the fuck out of everybody and tariffing the fuck out of film and TV unions and all this other bullshit? Because they're not going to fucking meet you halfway, big dog.
Yeah.
Like there's a reason they do this, dude.
Yeah, and I was going to say this has been developing over the past few days, and even representatives in Congress and stuff like that, legislative, they're skeptical about this move too. It's just they have a different plan in perspective to put for Hollywood. Okay, let's give you guys, instead of throwing tariffs around willy-nilly, let's give you guys incentives to film here, instead. Let's have a plan. Let's figure that out. So hopefully that is what we go with. But, and maybe that's, what they meant to go with, but you cannot deny when the president of the United States is swinging around the word tariff, people are like, whoa, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Like, they're just like, like he's swinging this tariff stick, hitting everybody. We don't know what's going to happen.
It's fucking like a pool noodle, man.
Just like just smacking everything. And we're like, hey, man, you don't need to do that. Let's just strike a deal so that we can keep people in production in the U.S. We would just like some incentives, something that looks better on the papers, on the books, right? So we don't have to resort to going to Singapore. We don't have to go to Cambodia to film and shit like that. Like let's strike a deal. So I just don't like how reckless that is. Throwing around tariffs. Like it's just like somebody is like, oh, you get a tariff, Canada, you get a tariff. You know what? Up your tariff. China, up it.
The Oprah of tariffs, dude. Just fucking hand those bitches out, man. Yeah, dude. I don't know, dude. I mean, like it's frustrating. It is worrisome because as people that love movies and love film and appreciate, you know, being able to consume this content and be entertained by it and support that industry and support our friends and family that also love it, are also a part of that industry. Um, I have a deep rooted love for film and for movies and for the stories that they tell. And like anything that starts to feel like it's going to potentially make that more difficult. I mean, like even the conversation around AI, the conversation around like theater prices going up years ago, when the SAG-AFTRA strike was happening yet again, right?
Mm-hmm.
All sorts of those things fuck up the industry
Yeah.
super bad. Imagine what a 100% tariff on all foreign movies is going to do. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
crazy. That's astronomical, dude. And so it's just like the thought of it is just a bummer because like on top of the shit sundae we're already fucking eating, we now have this whipped cream over the top of it that's made out of cat piss.
Yeah.
And we're just sort of like, oh God, here we go. Another thing, right? Like, what is going to be the cherry on top,
Mm-hmm.
right? Fucking toilet paper. Like, it's going to be some fucking crazy out of left field shit like that, right?
Yeah.
That these go like, all toilet paper made in Vietnam is going to get tariffed at 180%, right? And lo and behold, like, I mean, COVID started and people were fucking sold out of toilet paper left and fucking right, man. Imagine what it's going to be like then when they're like tariffed like fucking crazy, dude. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I mean, I don't want to beat a dead horse or anything like that, but it feels hopeless now. And it's just one of those things of like, God damn, dude. Like when are the things we love going to catch a break, and when are we going to catch a break? You know what I mean? Like when is this finding out another thing that we enjoy, another part of our lives is going to get harder and harder and harder, and there's another fucking crazy bullshit thing that they come up with to say, or and they like come out with some crazy fucking tweet and they're just like, well, oh, I think that everyone that has a left shoe should be tariffed for if they live in South Africa, right? And they just like do well, they wouldn't touch that because Elon's from South Africa, right? But you get my point though. It's a bummer on a bummer on a bummer. And I don't like to feel hopeless when it comes to the things that we love, like movies and video games.
Yeah.
And this is just one of those things, man. It's one of those things, dude. Yeah, I hope that we see the other end of this and movie tickets don't end up being $45 fucking each.
And my subscriptions don't fucking go up. I have subscriptions to everything: Disney Plus, Netflix, Hulu.
Fuck me, man. It's already getting fucking
HBO
expensive.
Max or Max or whatever the fuck, dude.
Max, yeah, dude. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
I mean, thankfully they're kind of coming in like packages now, dude. Like,
yeah, thank God. But at the same time, like, holy fuck, bro, that's gonna go up if we see that.
I mean, I pretty much pay the equivalent of fucking cable with all the subscriptions we have between like the core ones, you know, like Netflix, Hulu, Disney, Max, right? And then that's not including Peacock, fucking Paramount Plus. We were paying for Zeus at one point. We turned that off because we found out some sus shit about their company. But I mean, there's even more now. There's more coming out, dude. And I'm just like, fuck me. Like now I have to be picky and choosy about like which ones I have for like too long, right? Because I have to gauge it, right? And be like, oh yeah, when The Last of Us is done, we probably won't have Max for a little while, right? Because it's like I don't really care about much else. Maybe after we catch up on White Lotus, right? Fucking Apple TV, dude. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, dude. Fuck Apple TV as well.
God damn it, man. It's like a fucking $100. It's $100 for all that I named off. And there's more. There's more than that, dude.
It's more,
well be fucking
more than what we paid for cable back in the day, to be real.
Oh my God, man. Fucking frustrating as shit, dude.
But yeah, man. Hopefully you guys won't inflate because this has been 20,000 Films Under the Sea, your choice for all the nerdy pop media news, reviews, and discussions you want each and every week. If you want some behind the scenes action, you can head on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/goodkrakenpods. That's GOODKRAKENPODS, where you can get exclusive content, discounts on merchandise, and have early access to episodes before they go live on podcasts and video services, wherever you like to watch or listen. Don't forget to join the GK community on our Discord channel by clicking the link down in our description section below, hitting follow and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, and then hitting subscribe to our podcast channel by searching 20,000 Films Under the Sea and leaving a review there. We have to get on going, but until next time.
Fuck Trump.
Fuck Donald Trump.
Fuck Donald Trump.